Wagwan Hoops Tube, it's lit, we lit, it's relit, and we back at it, you feel me? And I know the setup looks a little different, you know, I'm not home, I'm at my girlfriend's house, hence all the pink that's around me. But yo, before I even say anything, I'm not gonna lie, last night, I think she was pretty mad at me that, you know what I'm saying, my attention was focused on the playing game, so, you know what I'm saying, I gotta whisper right now so she don't hear me, but I just had to do my due diligence and watch the game so I can report to you guys. I just woke up, so I might look a little crazy, you know what I'm saying, hairline a little on 2012 LeBron. Actually, it's not that bad. I need to give myself some props. It's not that bad. Mom, make sure you leave a like. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and we gonna get into it. Right, since I'm not home and I don't have all my equipment and stuff, I just got a couple notes, so it might sound like I'm reading off the script. Try to do my best so it could sound like authentic and stuff like that. But the first game, the Hawks and Magic, I was even lucky to catch this game because she has no YouTube TV, no cable, so you know what I'm saying, I was just scrambling, like trying to find a legal website to watch the game on, and like the NBA, like they cracked down, okay? It was hard for me to find one, so I just did a YouTube TV 10-day trial. Y'all gotta remind me to unsubscribe or else I'll be paying $82 in 9 days, so remind me to unsubscribe. But I'm not gonna lie, this game is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. A great offense against a great defense, and I'm not gonna lie, the great defense ultimately won the game. If I'm not mistaken, the Hawks only scored, what, 95? Was it 85 or 95? They barely put the ball in the basket. Trae Young was the only person to crack 20. I think their second leading scorer was like George Niang off the bench or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. I'm not gonna lie, in the second half or split second, I did think the Hawks were gonna win. That's only because the Orlando Magic did what the Orlando Magic do, and they just don't put the ball in the bucket. They're the 30th ranked offense for a reason. They cannot score for anything. So I thought, yeah, the Hawks might have a little chance, but nah. And I know that the Magic offense is terrible, but shout out to Mo Gay, because he only held Paolo to what, like 17 points. I got the stats right here in front of me. 4 for 13 for Paolo, and he really only had 17 because he had 9 free throws. So like, shout out Mo Gay. And as I was watching the game, he turned Paolo into a jump shooter. You know what I'm saying? I think we all know by now, jump shooting is not Paolo's strong suit, which he could work on it. You know what I'm saying? He's only, what, 22? Yo, I'm the same age as Paolo. He's in the NBA. I'm in my girlfriend's room making a YouTube video. But yeah, he literally turned Paolo into a jump shooter, and he just phenomenal defense. Like, he couldn't have played defense any better. I just think that the Magic defense as a team overall which is way better than Mo Gay's defense on Paolo. And you know, Dyson did what Dyson does. He only held Franz to what, 13? Yeah, Franz only had 13 points. And Franz didn't look aggressive to score the ball. I don't know if it was just me, because like, I love Franz. I love the whole Magic team, so you know what I'm saying? I've been really tapped into Magic basketball since last season, and Franz just didn't look so aggressive trying to put the ball in the basket. You got to give some props to Dyson, because I'm pretty sure he made it hard to even, like, you know what I'm saying, maneuver and get to a spot to put the ball in the basket. But he just didn't look aggressive to score. If you were to tell me before the game, yo, relit, put some money on Anthony Black and Cole Anthony being the reason why the Magic win the game, I would have told you I'm saving my money. I would have told you I'm not putting my hard-earned money on Cole Anthony, Anthony Black to save the Magic season. But that's exactly what happened. Cole Anthony had, what, 26 off the bench with 4 threes and 6 assists. It was crazy as he only played 20 minutes. He only played 20 minutes. And I'm not gonna lie, it felt like, I don't know, because the stats are right in front of me, but watching the game, it felt like he had way more than that. It felt like he did way more. He had this one play, great defensive play. He came down, laid the ball up and won. It was crazy. Cole Anthony literally, and he does this, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been watching a lot of Magic basketball for the past 2 seasons. So Cole Anthony, I'm used to him having these like outbreaks, you know what I'm saying? But to do it in, quite frankly, the biggest game of the season to get you into the playoffs, it was just amazing to watch. Anthony Black, that's my guy. When Kobe White's name was rumored to go to Orlando, I was like, yo, the Bulls better get back Anthony Black in that trade if it's going to be a thing. And he literally proved he had what? Oh, he only had 16. It felt like way more than that. But he only missed 1 shot, 6 or 7 from the field. And half of those were threes. So pretty much without Anthony Black and Cole Anthony, the Magic would have lost that game. Shout out to the Anthonys, because they literally saved the Orlando season. For Atlanta, it was a tough game. I'm not gonna lie, the start of the third quarter, like the first 5-6 minutes of the third quarter, when they went on that little run, I thought they had for a split second, I thought they were gonna win. It just it just didn't transpire to the rest of the half. And luckily for them, they're gonna either play the Bulls or the Heat on Friday night. Like, they should win against whichever team they play. But I don't know. It's like Trae Young is not somebody you want to see in that play-in/playoff situation. And he had 28 before he was ejected last night, but the game was pretty much out of reach by that point. So I don't know. I really like to see Atlanta make the playoffs because a great defensive team. Never mind. They're getting swept either way. They're getting swept. Never mind. I guess it really doesn't matter. But I'd still like to see Atlanta make a push for the postseason. And I feel like, bro, the Hawks are not going to put up 95 points again. Like, that is not going to be the maximum points they're going to put up. They're a great offensive team. Regardless if they play the Bulls or Heat, they're putting up at least 110, 115 in that range. Yeah, I just think 95 points is like crazy for the Hawks to put up. Now for the Warriors and Grizzlies game, I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep. I fell asleep at halftime. I was so tired. I was drained. Like, I was supposed to come to my girlfriend's house, and then like I missed the train and like got pushed back an hour, and then like I got here, I showered, ate, and bro, at that point, once the cocoa butter gets on my body, once the deodorant gets under my arms, it's pretty much, that's my melatonin. That's how I go to sleep. A nice hot shower, and then I get out, rub myself down. That sounds crazy, but that's how I fall asleep. So I fell asleep during the second half. But it hurts me to say this because I hate his antics so much, but Draymond Green is such a great basketball player. It hurts me to say that so much. But like, his IQ offensively and defensively is crazy to me, because I'm watching Draymond play chess on the court, where to others, I'm so glad I'm not just a casual, because I'm literally watching him play chess on the court when others are just watching him play basketball. They're just watching basketball game. I'm watching Draymond Green switch. I'm watching Draymond Green on offense, like, initiate it, and like, oh my god, it's bro, he's just a mastermind in the game. Like, I don't like his antics and how Draymond acts on the court, but like, you can't deny that he's a great basketball player. And it's like, it's so funny because the things that make him a great basketball player and such a high IQ player, he does it every game. He does it every game. It's just that defenses are so like worried about Steph in that three that Draymond is like copy and paste to him. He does it every single time. If the defense for a split second gets caught ball watching Steph cuts, Dre passes, screens, yo, I sound like I'm glazing right now, and it's crazy because it's Draymond Green, who I sound like I'm glazing. He's a really, really great basketball player. Like, what was his stats? 4, 6, and 10, right? Mediocre numbers. To a box score watcher, they're not gonna see the impact that Draymond Green had, because what he did on the court was 1,000 times more than what his numbers are gonna show. And I'm gonna stop talking about it because it sounds like I'm glazing him, but he's just a really good basketball player. Speaking of numbers, Jimmy had 38, Steph had 37, and if they both put up 35 plus on any team in the league, I don't care if it's OKC, Boston, Cleveland, they're unstoppable. And it's not like I thought Jimmy Butler couldn't do this anymore, couldn't put up those type of numbers, but it's like ever since he got to Golden State, he's been passive. He's averaging 17 points and 6 assists with Golden State, and 6 assists is the second highest assist average in his whole career, besides his second season with Miami. But it's like, this is what Golden State got Jimmy to do, right? When Steph goes to the bench, they need Jimmy to be what he was for the Heat during those finals runs. Stop being so passive. Like, beginning of the season, Steph went to the bench. No knock on Brendan Przemski, because yo, he's hot right now. He's hot. He's shooting the life out of the ball. No disrespect to Gary Payton, Buddy Hield, but like, they're not the same type of player Jimmy Butler is. When Jimmy Butler's initiating that offense for Golden State, when Steph is on the bench, it's just so pretty, because he's either gonna drive to the basket, get a foul, get an and-one, or he's gonna, like, the defense is just so honed in on him that boom, there goes Gary Payton, baseline cut, boom, there goes Brendan Przemski, corner three. Yo, the Warriors look so good right now. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm so glad I watched that playing game, because I've been watching a lot of Warriors basketball since Jimmy got there. But this just felt like a different type of Jimmy. Like, the last 3 games, Jimmy Butler has been putting up big numbers. But I'm so glad he did it now during the playing. It's like, okay, flip the switch. The honeymoon phase is over. I know he joked and was like, oh, my job is easy. Just give the ball to Steph and get out the way. But like, now Jimmy Butler is becoming the Jimmy Butler we know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that everything's clicking right now for them. And Houston and Golden State, this might be the best series we're gonna get besides the Knicks and Pistons, which I'm gonna make a video about my whole playoffs standings and who I think gonna win. I'm just waiting for the play-in to be over so we have a set 16 teams so I could go through each one of them. But that is gonna be the best series in the Western Conference due to the defense that's going to be played. Like two of the top defensive teams going at it, and I'm going to give Golden State the edge. Surprise, I ruined my pick for next video, but I'm going to give Golden State the edge because of the scoring stints that they could go on. Like, you know how the Cavs have a Cavaliers where they might go on a 20-0 run. The Warriors have the ability to do the same thing because Houston is not a great team offensively compared to Golden State, especially now that they have Jimmy Butler and everything's starting to click. So I'm gonna give the edge to them. But boy, that Houston and Golden State, that's gonna be a series. I'm not gonna lie. What? And this is me after, and I'm editing. I almost forgot to say this. Shout out Quinn Post, bro. He had a phenomenal game. If he could do that for the Warriors during the playoffs, if Steve Kerr has him in the rotation, they're gonna go further than I think. He played great last night. For Memphis, on the bright side, you get another opportunity. You live to see another day. And you're gonna play Dallas or Sacramento. Like if the oh my god, the dialogue around if Memphis lose to Dallas or Sacramento is gonna be so nasty. You might have to delete Twitter. I might have to. And they should just delete their whole franchise if they lose to one of those teams, right? And it sucks because the Grizzlies are like, they're my Western Conference team. Like the Bulls are my favorite team, but the Grizzlies are my Western Conference team. Like if it's not Chicago versus Memphis, I'm a vote for Memphis against the other 28 teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like Memphis and I like the vision that they have and I could see it and I'm loving it. But it just sucks because they were literally the 3rd seed and then boom, Taylor Jenkins out the door and now they just dropped all the way to 8th, which is weird because people are saying Ja Morant. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched a lot of Grizzlies basketball lately. I've been honed in on some other teams, but they're saying Ja Morant is getting back to the Ja Morant of old. And it's just weird because they're dropping as Ja Morant is progressing. Well, not progressing, but getting back to the old Ja Morant. And it's just a really weird situation to be in right now for Memphis. And it sucks because they're gonna get rewarded with playing OKC in the first round. We know how that's gonna go. Like Memphis didn't have a bad season to say. They've been banged up a lot. And you know, Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, and Jaren Jackson, like the big three for Memphis haven't really been big three, and because they haven't been on the court with each other, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say this season's a loss for Memphis because, like I said, they've had a really, really, really good season, like overall. But you're gonna play OKC in the first round. Like you guys will be lucky if you even get a game on them. And like Jaren Jackson, oh my god, bro, his inability. I'm looking at my notes right now, and it's like I talked about this towards the end of it, but I just have to say it right now because it's right here on my forehead, bro. His inability to rebound the ball is gonna hurt them so much in that OKC series. It's gonna be some nasty conversations around him. I'm not gonna lie, but his inability to rebound. Like, in what world? Box score right here. In what world should 6'3" Steph Curry be grabbing more rebounds than Jaren Jackson Jr., especially in a game to guarantee you a spot in the playoffs? Regular season, okay, but your life is on the line for a championship. If Stephen Curry's grabbing more rebounds than you, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. But I feel like Memphis should be fine. You know, a few silly turnovers, silly fouls that cost them the game. They should be fine against Dallas or Sacramento. I'm not knocking Dallas or Sacramento's ability to win a game, but Memphis is just a better team overall, and it'd be more entertaining to see. It'd be more entertaining to see OKC sweep Memphis than OKC sweep a Dallas or a Sacramento. Bulls and Heat game, it really doesn't matter because we're gonna have to face Atlanta. Whoever wins that game is gonna have to face Atlanta. And pretty much, I think the Bulls have a better chance to beat Atlanta, but I still think it's like slim to none that the Bulls are gonna beat Atlanta in that type of environment. Because Trae Young, I'm not saying that the team with the best player always wins, but boy, oh boy, is Trae Young gonna make it hard. Who on the Bulls is even guarded Trae Young? The Heat, they got Davion Mitchell, but like, yeah, like I don't see it. And then like even if Atlanta wins against the Bulls, or it's just gonna be a sweep against Cleveland. I don't think Atlanta's coming close to Cleveland. Like, yeah, their defense is just gonna smother. We just saw how it went with Orlando, a great defensive team, and the Cavs are that. So like Atlanta's just gonna be smothering and not really know what to do, and they're not gonna really put up the numbers that they should put up. Atlanta's a good offensive team, and that's what. I don't know, a good defensive team stopping your offense, what do you have? And they're not a good defensive team, so it's not like you're stopping teams as they're getting stopped, you know? So I don't really know how that's gonna go. I'd love to see the Bulls in the playoffs, but I just feel like if we make it, like, one, we have no chance against Cleveland, and two, the front office is gonna see us make the play and be like, oh my God, guys, we're one piece away, let's trade Jalen Smith for like Yusuf Nurkic. And guys, hit me up. We might win the championship next year. I feel like that's what the front office is gonna do, and I don't want to see that. I haven't really been keeping up with college ball. I don't know if there's a sleeper around 11, 12, like towards the end, like how Modest was there last year for us. I don't know if that's there for us this year. I know we're not getting Cooper Flag. So well, I shouldn't say never. Never say never, because it's a slim chance, but it's not a 0% chance. And if there's anything I learned about the league, is never say never. All right, there's always something's gonna happen. Yeah, I really don't care for the Bulls and who like. It doesn't matter who wins. And Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, especially Bam Adebayo. Let me emphasize that, especially Bam Adebayo. They have this tendency to not realize that they're the two best players on the team. They think Jimmy Butler's still there, and LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh, like, and Shaq. Like, they don't realize they're the two best players on the Heat. And if that syndrome hits them tonight, oh yeah, the Bulls are walking out there with a dub. Like, it's clean. And the Heat are kind of like the Magic. Like, their inability to put the ball in the basket sometimes really does affect them, because Tyler Hero's their best offensive player. And then again, like, it's a huge drop off after that. Bam could be a nice number 2 option or number 1, depending on, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Celtics 1A, 1B with Tatum and Brown, but on a way lesser scale with Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. It's just like, I don't think he realizes that if you play good, you're giving the Heat a chance to be good. Like, I'll watch games and Bam Adebayo is so passive, and it's like, why? How he played against the Warriors, was it the Warriors? Or was it the Pistons? I think, no, it was how the game that Cade Cunningham hit that game winner in Miami over Bam. If Bam plays like that every single game, the Heat at least have a chance to be competitive. If he doesn't, this is no-go. The Bulls been fun the second half of the season, so hopefully on national TV they can show everybody who hasn't been tuned in why they're so fun. And for this Kings and Mavericks game, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing during this Kings and Mavericks game.